And in business news, the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited has declared profit after tax of 3.3 trillion naira in the 2023 financial year. Declaring this in Abuja, the chairman of the corporation, Mr. Pius Akinyelure, disclosed that the 3.3 trillion naira represents an increase of 749 billion naira when compared to the 2.54 trillion naira posted in the 2022 financial period. Helen Osamide Kings reports.
In 2021, NNPC declared profit in 8 operations for the first time. From a loss of 803 billion naira in 2018, it reduced the loss further down to 1.7 billion naira in 2019. 2020, it posted its first ever profit of 287 billion naira and recovered a 674.1 billion naira profit. The profit grew to 2.548 billion naira in 2022. Today, it has declared the highest profit ever since the company's inception 46 years ago. The company also declared a dividend of 2.1 trillion naira to its shareholders.
Being the first fruit of the PIA, the commitment of the board, management and staff of the company.
The 2023 highlights. We had a 23.9 trillion naira revenue or turnover, which resulted in a gross profit of 7 trillion, a net operating profit of 4.3 trillion, and profit before tax of 5.9.
This forum also gave the corporation an opportunity to speak on pressing issues as it affects their operations.
I'm optimistic that we should have reached that point of getting it certified, getting our production from the old Port Harcourt refinery certified as fit for distribution by NNPC sometime in September.
Our infrastructure today are in deplorable state, that it is a challenge to keep up to the frequent outages that we are getting from our facilities.
In the last 8 or 9 years, this company, even corporation as it were, has not paid anybody a dime or 1 naira as subsidy. Landing at a certain price, at a cost price, and government is telling us to sell it at half price. So the delta between that landed price and the half price is what we call shortfall.
With improvement witnessed as a result of the renewed vigor in the war against crude oil theft and pipeline vandalism, NNPC Limited is targeting 2 million barrels per day crude oil production by the end of the year. Helen Osamide Ekins, TVC News, Abuja.
Well, the Minister of Power, Mr. Adebayo Adelabu, says the 8 million metering gap that exists in the power sector is responsible for the poor liquidity in the sector. He said most distribution companies were unable to generate enough revenue to stay afloat because of over 50% of electricity consumers were unmetered. The minister was speaking at a facility tour of MBH meter factory in Shagamu area along Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. The minister reiterated the target of the federal government to bridge the gap by partnering with local manufacturers to achieve 2 million meter installation annually over the next 4 to 5 years. Managing Director of MBH, Mr. Rashesh Mapara, said that the company has supplied more than 700,000 meters and it has the capacity to produce 2,500 meters daily and 920,000 annually.
What we have done here today is to evaluate the strength and of their capacity, to evaluate their production lines and the extent of local content in what they do, and to generally look at their manufacturing environment and how they have been supporting the power sector in Nigeria. The company has been around for over 20 years and they have carried out a lot of EPC projects in the transmission and distribution segments, even including generation segments of the power sector value chain. They are experienced and they have done so much in the country to support government in its efforts to bring a stable power supply to the people in terms of household, businesses and industry supply.
Starting from generation, transmission, distribution, in renewable we are doing solar, CNG. Through CNG we are producing power and providing power to many factories. In Ikorodu, in Lekki, we have installed capacity of almost 7 megawatt. in Lekki and 2 megawatt in Ikorodu. We are ramping up that by 2 megawatts. So our install capacity fully functioning will go up to 9 megawatt by in next 2-3 months. Every year we are doing almost like more than 60 million worth of work in Nigeria. And you can see the infrastructure, this big land, the 3 factories and everything belongs to MBH. We have a big CNG facility in Ikorodu, big CNG facility in Lekki also, that are also very big setup.
It was